when I'm looking at this market, I'm looking at this as a sell by structure. We can see strong momentum shift in the market to the downside. We can see here, this is the market open, this candle here. And as you can see, the market has spent probably around, let's say, 16 hours without failing to break above the structure. So I have one responsibility to go down to the lower time frames and look for an entry in this trade based on a sell structure. I'm looking for price to show in lower higher formation, and that's what I'm looking for. That will continue to indicate to me sell pressure in this market, and this is the area in the market for price failing to break above, and then we can start to see the sell structure forming here, okay? Now, I looked at this trade again, just doing some studying on it. This was the area in the market where I saw price failing to break below, and all I was looking for at the time when I mentioned it to the community that I was looking for a sell was for price to show momentum and then trigger me in the trade in this direction. Was it here? No, it wasn't actually. It was, I think, in and around this area here. What happened? I got triggered into the trade, suffered a bit of drawdown after the trigger, and then the momentum shift happened, okay? Now, I looked at this trade on the 5-minute time frame, and I was looking to see after this played out if I could have got a better entry. This was the safest stop loss on this trade above the higher structure on the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, the momentum of this is still down, making lower high formations, which is what I want to see. And if I just waited a tiny bit, I probably could have got a much better entry here. I think I'd entered around this area here on the 5-minute. And what that would have done for me, that would have put me in a position where I could have had a much smaller stop loss and then gone for a 1 to 3 target. Now you can see the difference here from my original target, which was way down here. And once I move these candles forward, you could see here that I would have taken profit. Now, when I asked myself this question, honestly, would I have used this as a stop loss? Most probably would have. If I identify the wicks here in the areas price failing to break above, and I have my stop loss slightly above this, then I think this is also a very safe trade. Remember, what I'm trying to do is get to break even as soon as possible. So once price has moved and triggered me with momentum, 7 pips and 7 pips here, which was around this candle, I would already have been in break even. So I wouldn't have suffered any break even trades, and I would have been much more closer to my stop loss. However, I got a much bigger stop loss based on the 15-minute time frame, and let's see where I'm sitting in the trade now. As you can see, it's pulled back on me. So it's a huge difference, huge difference. I did not think to go to the 5-minute, to be honest with you. I was really focused just on getting in that 15-minute lower high. But that's where I'm sitting currently in this trade with profits, my break even and slight profits. Wasn't planning to trade today, so if we hit break even, small profits, just cover the commissions. If we manage to get this continued momentum shift to the downside on this 4-hour candle with 2 hours left, so we're seeing this candle continue to push down and recover from this exhaustion, then we'll be in a good position. If not, it really doesn't matter. It was what it is.